Alright, so what's going on, everybody? It's your boy DomoSenpai, and this is a video that is a long time coming, but granted, I needed a little more information on a lot of people's jinkies for this video to be what it is, and for the sake of, saving face here, this is a tier list video, and what I'm doing is I'm going over everybody's abilities in regards to their jinkies, and they're gonna all tie in together, and this is gonna be rating like how good they are. I know it's gonna be unfair for a few of our contestants. I don't know if I've forgotten a few, but just based on what I got here, I feel like I have everybody who's been of importance as of late. Now, if y'all are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, do yourselves a favor and hit that subscribe button. We are trying to reach 10,000 subscribers. The time limit is kind of null now because I feel like I was forcing myself to really do it by summertime. But aside from that, let's not really worry about a time frame, but let's just get the job done, right? And I feel like this might be a good step in that direction. Don't know how well this will do, but it is what it is. Now, I went out of my way to make these. Went out of my way, tried to line them up with the color scheme of the characters, and I feel like I kind of did a great job. Now, we have the tiers over here. It ranges from broken to trash to not enough info, right? And the way I'm going to decide this, I said it earlier in the video in the introductory phase, is like the usefulness and just how raw the ability is. You know what I mean? And starting with Amos is a little hit or miss for me because all it does is put you in an illusion. It makes you remember important moments in your life and things that have had a very harsh effect on you, and or the opposite, right? The inverse, which is like one of your most important memories. And if you really want me to be honest with this ability, I think it's kind of whack. But at the same time, it's all right? So it's a little mid. It's in the middle. I was very torn on how I was going to rate the ability because after I went back and I read the chapter and seen how easily the illusion was broken, granted, it required them to be put near death, but we had the failsafe of our little gremlin. We had her drawing on us. You know what I mean? That it basically put us at 1 HP. So with this one, I'm kind of with it, but let's move on a little further. Brat, I don't like calling him bro. I like calling him Brat because I feel like that sounds a lot cooler. Brat, I don't think we had enough information on. All we really saw was the lasso, if I recall. It didn't really do much for me. I think we need a little more clarity on what his ability is. I'm gonna put Brat in not enough info. Bundus, I recall Bundus as being the arms, right? His arms turn into some big ass shield, which I think is really cool. And I feel like those arms are useful outside of battle, right? So I would give Bundus a B, B for Bundus. But I think the utility of his ability is very important, and that's why I think I rate it so highly. Granted, it's not that high, but it is what it is. Chthoni's ability, now I think that there is more to her wormhole, but in my opinion, this wormhole is pretty fucking cracked. The fact that she can teleport us to any other place that she's been. Now, we don't know the specifics of it because we ain't been told. Or maybe I have a vast oversight and I completely forgot. But at least from what we've seen and what I can recall, I feel like Chthoni's ability is in the A range, just based off of what it has done so far and the utility of it. I think this ability is really, 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 really good. Now, if you guys want me to spoil you, I feel like there's really only one broken ability, but we'll get to that later. Now, Delman. I think Delman sucks. It's just a hose. At least from what I remember, bro, it's just a hose. So there's not much there for me. I remember what it did to Engine when we visited Amo's place, but aside from that, I don't know, man. It's kind of whack, right? It's kind of whack. I almost want to put him in the trash tier, right? I almost want to put him in trash, but I feel like there's some information that we're lacking in regards to his ability. So I think I'm going to leave it there for a bit. Oh my God, my mouse button, my scroll button's a little jacked right now. Now, Dia's ability. I don't remember the long ass name that it had. I would put Dia's ability at a B. I think his ability is pretty cool. I think his ability is pretty useful too. Like what it is able to do, it blew my mind at first. Overall, I think he's a, you know what? Outside of battle though, maybe. You know what? We'll come back to him. Engine, and now Engine is one that I feel like I don't want to really choose here because all we know is that the umbrella, aka Unbreaker, it can shield, it's very strong, it can be used as a weapon. You see, we literally just seen what it was able to do versus Zodil. Like, we caught a glimpse of it. So with Engines, I'm gonna have to put him in A because I feel like there's a lot more upside to the Unbreaker than we're gonna give it credit for, right? Again, we don't know too much. It's so much that we really haven't seen with this character. I feel like those tattoos, right? The tattoos that he got, the tattoos that he has might add to the Unbreaker, but you didn't hear that from me. Now on to our next topic, and that is Fu. Fu has an ability to swap places with and he gains a massive power spike. I think Fu's ability is S tier. I genuinely think his ability is S tier because of like just the concept alone, right? The Jekyll and Hyde concept alone with the massive power spike that he gets is broken. Damn near. It should be in broken tier because of how unfair that is, especially in this universe. But we also have to take this Gachiverse into perspective here because it's like the power of the imagination, right? It's the amount of love and care that you put into your thing that makes your Jinky what it is, you know? I feel like even in that, I think Fu's ability is super fucking top tier. Almost to an unfair advantage here. Oh, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I got this little coffee mug down here for me. I like the touch that I added to my little stream avatar thing. But anyways, I digress. Now, on to Guida. Guida, I almost want to put Guida up here with Fu because, dude, she turns into a fucking kaiju. Her Jinky is her, which is insane, right? It's insane to think about. Her Jinky is her, and I think that is relatively cracked for what Guida brings to the table. And we haven't even seen the biggest size she can go. There was multiple sizes, if y'all remember from the chapter when we were inside the giant trash beast. She's able to take it even a few more levels higher. So I want to see what happens when she has to go full ape shit. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, like when she really has to bare her fangs. All in all, I think Guida's kaiju ability is really cool and very, very unique because so far she is the only one with like a kaiju ability. She's one of two with a body swap ability, damn near. So her and Fu, I gotta put them at the same level, damn near. Now, Jabber has his poison claws, but based off what we've seen, he can amplify that to an even higher degree, right? So the fact that he can shapeshift his ability, I'll put him at A. I almost want to put him at S, but I feel like these are, you know what? Yeah, Jabber's an S. Never mind. I just thought about the fight with Zonka and I was like, holy shit. His Jinky is cracked. I think this is right so far. Up next is Corvus. We don't have enough info on Corvus's ability. We know it has something to deal with the eye. We also had that tidbit of information from Engine in the beginning that it has something to deal with like the trust of his comrades or something like that. And with that minimal amount of knowledge, I feel like it's not enough to warrant a ranking from me. But I'm already acknowledging the fact that it's probably going to be up here in the broken tier, which was a nice segue into Momoa. Momoa's ability is broken. I think she has, so far to me, the most broken ability in Gachiakuta. The fact that she can read all of your memories. I genuinely think that that is an unfair ability. Granted, what happened to her with Kuro, I think that that is a random ass opportunity because the chances of that ever happening again is very small because of who, at least I assume Kuro to be. But the fact that she can hear and just like immerse herself in your world and rip all of your memories from you and knowledge from you is crack. And again, like the use outside of battle is crazy. That's where this comes into play. I think she has the most useful ability outside of battle. You know, there might be somebody else's whose ability is also broken, but I'm gonna have to wait until I get to them to fully think about that. Let's talk about Nelda. I call her Nelda. I don't know how to pronounce that. Nierda. It's hard to pronounce for me because I'm unsure if this was a translation error or if this is what it's really supposed to be. But she has the static electricity ability, which turns her hair into a giant electric whip, and she can just shoot lightning, which is sick. And she has that self-sacrifice that she could pretty much blow herself up with the electricity. That was also insane. That warrants an A from me. I think her ability is super fucking cool, right? I think that shit is super sick. And I don't know if we're gonna see more of her. And she's a warrior too. Super sick. That's a bad bitch. She is in my top, as far as women go, in this series. Oh my God, I did forget somebody. August's little sister and her broken ass healing ability. So if we wanted to add her, she would also be up here. I knew I forgot somebody. Her ability is also broken because she can heal, like, it's like she can almost bring you back from the dead, because we seen what happened with Grease and what the hell that did. But anyways, I digress. Nelda's in my top two, like, women of the series, and that's Nelda and Seimu. I am head over heels for Seimu, by the way, but we not there. Now we got to talk about Ryo, you know, the elephant in the room. I think her Jinky being those big ass scissors, I think that shit is whack. I think that shit is fucking whack, bro. Granted, I like Ryo as a character. I like the fact that she is also an assassin, so we kind of got to take that into play. We haven't really seen her go all out with the assassin ability. Granted, we saw what happened to an extent, but I think there's more to that. So Ryo, I'm gonna put that in the same tier as Delman, right? I don't think it's a cool Jinky at all. I would have almost rather her have the blickies as her thing, but Engine has forbid that. So man, that really sucks. On to Rudo. I also think Rudo's ability is broken. He's the main character, I understand. But the fact that he can pretty much take anything and turn it into something, like get its full use out of it, I think that that is an unfair ability. His ability is really broken. So there's actually a few broken abilities in Gachiakuta, but yeah, the 3 R's, that shit is insane, bro. That shit is insane. And now on to Seimu. I don't know if Seimu's ability to see somebody for what they are, that may be similar to Corvus's. I don't know. But she's able to see these things. Like it's almost as if she's able to see the real you to an extent. Because of what we were also shown when she saw the thing inside of Rudo. I think her ability is really good. I think she deserves to be an A. What makes her ability also interesting is she's able to turn that into an offensive ability. We learned about that in the chapter where those one guys tried to come and raid our base, and like she was able to put her ability to use by damn near figuring out the trajectory of that rocket and fucking grabbing it and throwing it back at him. That could also change up where these other abilities are, like where these other Jinky on here go. Aside from that, like I think she's an A tier ability. She is a broken tier woman, by the way. Her and Nelda go up there, but that's neither here nor there. Now on to Tomzy. Tomzy has that spiderweb ability with his spool, which I think is super fucking sick. I think his Jinky is really cool just based off of what it's able to do. I would have to also put Tomzy an A. Almost S. Now, this sucks because I'm also a fan of Zonka. I love Zonka. But dog, that love stick shit is fucking whack. You gotta understand, look at his competition. Look at his competition. That shit is unfair, bro. It's almost down. You know what? I'm gonna put Dia at B too. So Zonka, him and Ryo, and I also want to state that it's unfair just due to the fact that they're like early, right? They're early in the Jinky reveal tree. I feel like the more Kei Urana got to like finagle with these abilities, the wilder her imagination became in creating these things. This is like a series of unfortunate events for our beginners, and I feel like we may see more on them down the road, but I don't know. It's hard to really rank what their abilities are. Now we move on to Zodil. Zodil is a bit of a basket case because we understand that he gets wings. That's like the surface level understanding of his ability. He gets wings, he's able to fly, he's also really strong. But from the tidbit that we got at the end of the latest chapter, it's something that he eats that changes his ability, which I find fascinating because if it's like a trigger in regards to like something that he's been through to warrant this change, change, I would rate it low. But if it's just dependent on the bird that he eats, I might put him in S, man. And this is kind of wild because I feel like a lot of our villains, right, have really cracked abilities. You know what I mean? I find that very fascinating because that means, at least in my opinion, that Gachiakuta is saving like the extra shit for later with our heroes. But yeah, we pretty much have 3 in broken, that being Momoa, Rudo, and Augustus' sister, whose name escapes me. I can't really remember right now. S tier being Fu, Guida, Jabber, Zodil. A being Kathoni, Engine, Nelda, Samu, Tomzi. B, Bundus, Dia. C, Amo. D, Delman, Rio, Zonka. And then not enough info for Bra and Corvus. I really wish we knew more about Corvus, man. I like Corvus a lot, and I'm hoping that we get some cool shit with him because I feel like Gachiakuta is saving the best for way later. If y'all disagree with where I got these ranked, the link for this tier list is gonna be in the description below. Y'all can make y'all own tiers and tweet them under my tweet at domosenpaitv. Y'all gonna know because y'all gonna see the video. It's gonna be the same tweet within the video, right? Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. This was just a little fun project that I wanted to do because I've actually been wanting to do this for a long time. Just didn't really have enough info on quite a few of these characters, and I missed one character in particular. And it kind of upset me not remembering her name. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta prepare for the actual latest chapter to drop today, and then this video is probably gonna drop sometime later into the week. Thank y'all for y'all support. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, man, it's your boy DomoSenpai, and I will catch you guys in the next video.